Okay, so here's the video that we've been waiting for. This is going to be video 1 on building our house. We're going to be starting to dig the foundation now that we got the trees removed. We're going to dig the foundation and put the footings in. So this is what the house looks like. This is the side view. It'll be facing towards our driveway. It's just one story. Here's the back. Got a full-length porch, roof line. This would be I guess it would be considered the front of the house, although I would consider it the back, but that's the part that would be facing towards the road. Pretty simple house. Here's a side view. The foundation is exposed here, and the reason being is because we have a walkout basement. So the bottom and the back will be 2 stories for a while. And then our septic line will come out somewhere in here and go out into the septic. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to get the elevations and lay this out so it works with the septic, but I think I got a handle on it now. So the dimensions of this house are 28 feet wide and 38 feet long. And I know 38 feet is an odd number. When the architect was drawing up the plans, he needed a little bit more room than what we had. So I said, go ahead and add 2 feet. Not thinking I should have said, go ahead and add 4 feet. But it is what it is, and it'll be fine. The inside of the house the layout is going to be, there's a music room here. Mrs. W and I play a lot of music, so we wanted a room that had dedicated for music. And then there's going to be a bedroom here, a bedroom on the other end, and then 2 bathrooms side by side. One opening into the main room and the other opening into the bedrooms. The main living area, kitchen's going to be down on this end, this is towards the driveway, and the living room down here. That'll just be wide open. Now when we do this house, the inside of it is going to have no sheetrock. Although we have to sheetrock the outside walls for fire code, but everything is going to be covered in wood. The floors, the walls, the ceilings, everything is going to be wood. So there'll be no exposed sheetrock, let's put it that way. And most of this wood I've already milled, and it's been drying now for probably 3 years. So everything should be good. Once I get the basement in, I'm going to get a planer in and start planing that wood once I have a dry spot to put it and work. So the plans are pretty simple. Now we got to dig. Mrs. W's over here doing her apples. These are the apples that she picked off our trees up in the front field. You're making applesauce, right?
Yep. Also drying apples. I already put a load on drying apples. A whole bunch of dried apples we're going to have.
So she has one of them dryers and she's drying pieces of apple and she's making applesauce. And we got tons of apples, so she's going to be busy at it for a while.
got my excavator fixed, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Yeah, now I'm gonna truly blitz, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, I'm a-digging today. Gonna dig a hole that's shining, nothing better, nothing finer, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. It's painted yellow, white and blue, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. It almost looks as good as new, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, I'm a-digging today. Gonna dig a hole that's shining, nothing better, nothing finer, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. The hole I'm gonna dig is wide, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Gonna dig till I get to the other side, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, I'm a-digging today. Gonna dig a hole that's shining, nothing better, nothing finer, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. It rained so much it filled that hole, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Was a swimming pool, if the truth be told, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, I'm a-digging today. Gonna dig a hole that's shining, nothing better, nothing finer, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Oh, a grasshopper sitting on a muddy track, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. A picking his teeth with the handle of a jack, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, I'm a-digging today. Gonna dig a hole that's shining, nothing better, nothing finer, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. When the house is built and my work is done, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. I'll probably dig some holes for fun, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, I'm a-digging today. Gonna dig a hole that's shining, nothing better, nothing finer, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. When I die, please bury me, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. With my excavator underneath a tree, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, I'm a-digging today. Gonna dig a hole that's shining, nothing better, nothing finer, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, for I'm a-digging today. Gonna dig a hole that's shining, nothing better, nothing finer, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. states, worship God only. Number 3 says use God's name in ways that honor Him. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more. The 4th is rest on the Sabbath day and think about God. The 5th gives respect to and obey your parents. The 6th one gives the law to protect a human life. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more. The 7th one says be true to your husband or wife. The 8th is do not take what belongs to others. God's 9th commandment clearly shows we should not lie. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more. Oh, tell me more. The first 4 talk about God and give Him glory. The others teach a real and moral story. The 10th is given for you and me with what we have. Be satisfied, be satisfied. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more of God's commandments. Oh, tell me more
Mrs. W found a couple of rocks up there she had to have. She's cleaning the mountain. I think personally she's just being silly. Stand up there and pose. Okay, I lost some footage, so we'll start back here again. What I did, I'm having an awful time with the rain. It's relentless. And we're not just getting sprinkles. Like last night, we probably got 2 inches of rain, maybe more. It just never stops. And so I'm getting a lot of groundwater. So what I did is I came in and I put some 1.5 to 2 inch stone in here to kind of soak things up. And around these two edges, I dug a trench about 2 feet deep and I filled it with the same stone, and I put a sump pump in. And that pump is keeping the ditch pumped out, which is helping keeping the water off of here. Now the other end, I'm going to dig step footings, and I'm going to have to put a pump in them too until I get things situated. In the meantime, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the excavator to tamp all this stuff down so that it's done and stops moving. Then I'm going to put geo fabric or road fabric over top of the whole thing, and then I'm going to put some number 2 stone over top of that, and I'm going to raise this bed about another foot. And then when I put the footings in, the footings are 10 inches, so the floor will be almost 2 feet above what you're looking at now, which will get me more or less to the grade I need. I also have moved tons and tons and tons of dirt from up there, and I got to do the same thing up here. So once I get this tamped down, my next step is probably to go back up there and move the rest of that dirt and get it out of the way, because the rain just keeps caving things in on me. It's relentless. It's driving me nuts. So that's where we're at. In the end, it's going to be fine. We're going to have form and drain footings, which are footing drains and forms all in one. They're plastic. You put them in, you tie your lines to it, and it becomes the footing drains. I'm also going to have a separate footing drain besides that. So we'll have plenty of drainage, and we'll put a sump pump in just in case, because when you're pouring the floor is the time to do that, not have to try to cut it up later. I'm hoping that I won't need to use the sump pump, but I'm going to put it in preparation in case I do. I'm also going to, the form and drains are perforated on one side, and normally one side goes inside the foundation, the other goes outside. I'm going to tie the inside footing drains in as well. So essentially there's going to be 3 footing drains run around this, and I'm going to backfill a ways up on the foundation all with stone so that water can just drop down, go in the footing drains, and run out. And I may have to run these footing drains 100 yards to get down in the back where I can bring it to air. But that's okay. Pipe is fairly cheap. I can do that. I got the excavator. So that's where I'm at now. I'm gonna start packing this thing down, especially the edges where I put the stone in, and we'll take it from there.
I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as a father knows me. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as a father knows me. As a father knows me, even so I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And the other sheep I have, which are not from this fold, them I must also bring. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as a father knows me. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as a father knows me. And the other sheep I have, which are not from this fold, them I must also bring. And they will hear my voice, and there will be one flock and one shepherd. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as a father knows me. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as a father knows me. My Father loves me because I lay down my life, that I may take it again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down myself. I have the power to lay it down. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as a father knows me. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as a father knows me. I have the power to lay it down and take it again. This command I have received. I lay down my life, then I take it again. This my Father has given me. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as the Father knows me. I am the good shepherd, and I know my sheep, and am known by my own, as the Father knows me.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Yesterday, as I was trying to put stone in the foundation, I got a flat tire, and unfortunately it was in the sidewall, so I can't even put a tube in it. And right now nobody has these tires, so I had to order the tire online, and it's going to be a few days before I get it. So I'm going to use the excavator to move this stone. That's the best I can do, so that's what we're going to do.
You have strained to hear his step, his commandments you have kept, and your heart within has leapt, 'cause here he comes. If I were foolish, yes indeed, I'd bring my lamp, but take no heed of what the future has for me. God will provide my every need, and I'll bring nothing extra foolishly. Fill your lamp and trim the wick. The bridegroom's coming, and he's coming quick. You have strained to hear his step, his commandments you have kept, and your heart within has leapt, 'cause here he comes. If I were wise, I'd plan ahead and think of what I need instead. Well, there may be a slight delay, but God has planned it just that way. And now Jesus is coming, yes he is. Fill your lamp and trim the wick. The bridegroom's coming, and he's coming quick. You have strained to hear his step, his commandments you have kept, and your heart within has leapt, 'cause here he comes. You have waited oh so long, now he's coming right along. How I love to sing this song. Yes, here he comes. Yes, here he comes. Here Jesus comes. Twist the bucket just a little because it's not level. Okay, back here. I woke up this morning and my eyes looked around. Stretched my fingers skyward as my feet touched the ground. Breathe the air around me, trying to make a sweet sound. Talking about Jesus, my Savior, is where I'll be found. I'm talking about Jesus, my Savior, is where I'll be found. I'm brand new and I'm ready to do all that's needed. Tell me, what about you? If you're willing, he could use you, I know. Let the Spirit guide you and show you where you should go. Let the Spirit guide you and show you where you should go. As I run around the day, I'm trying to be someone who does it all real good. I just cannot see. There ought to be a speed limit for someone like me. Let's talk about Jesus, my Savior, how I am free. I'm talking about Jesus, my Savior, he made me free. I'm brand new and I'm ready to do all that's needed. Tell me, what about you? If you're willing, he could use you, I know. Let the Spirit guide you.
Okay, I've got the stone pretty much in here. I started out with number 3 stone, which is like 1.5 2 inch stuff, and I put probably 8 or 10 inches of that in there to try to help soak up the mud that I was getting, and then I put the road fabric in, and then I put another 6 or 8 inches of stone above that, and then I ran that tamper around it 3 times. The reason why I didn't finish over here is because once I get most of the stone in this, when I get the footings in, get most of the stone in here, and I figure out the level that the footings are actually going to be, then I have to take a section of this and put step footings in. I got to go down 4 feet, probably somewhere's right in here, where I'll have a door at ground level coming out of the basement. Then I've got to step it up to the right height on either side. And so I got to still dig that in here, but I want to get as much material in this area as I possibly can before I shut my door off. Coming in over here where I've got, once I form that in, then I can't get back in here again. So I've still got to get the excavator in here. It's going to be a little weird because I'm going to be up on a stone on one side, not the other, but we'll deal with it. It's not that much. Maybe 16 feet, maybe 10 or 12 feet down at 4 feet below the top of the footings, which will be another 10 inches higher than what we're looking at right now. And then step it up in increments until I get up to the level. Then what we'll do is we'll pour the footings. Then I'll have to come in and put a wall in here to bring that up to the height of the rest of the footings and pour that. Then we're ready to start putting the ICF forms in. I'll probably put a course around the outside, and then my plan is to pour the floor after that. So I'm not trying to pour it inside a building. And then from there we'll go up with the ICF forms and pour the basement. So we still got quite a bit of work here. It's going to take a while to do these forms. So I'm going to cut this video off at this point. And the next video, part 2, will be forming up these footings, digging this in here for the step footings, putting the step footings in, and then I'll pour the footings, and that'll be step 2. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.
When